What's up? This is Draco.
And this is Alicia.
And you're now tuned in to OD
Podcast. Period. Let me tell you how Draco just tried to ruin my career.
Come on.
By muting me, making me think I was crazy. He was gaslighting me.
That is not true. It was an honest mistake. I'm not tech savvy, and I'm mistakenly.
Shut up. Anyway, hello y'all. Welcome to another episode of OD Podcast. I'm fed the F up. Yeah, I said F. Who gonna check me?
Well, I'm gonna go. I think this is gonna be a solo episode today. I gotta check
solo.
out.
You couldn't hear me because you had me on mute.
I think I'm gonna just mute myself.
You should, and after you do that, go jump off the patio.
I don't have that.
Jump off the deck. Anyway, let me go to my notes. It's 6:48. When did you first call me? Hold on, the people got to know. 5:52. I embarrassed. Actually, that ain't even the first time you called me. You called me first at 5:46. Anyway.
Dang, okay.
You need to tell everybody about your week and use 3 words or less. What's good?
First of all, no, I'm not going to allow you to talk to me like this. I understand you're a frustrated black queen, but that's not what we own, niece.
Okay. I
made an honest mistake. I'm sorry.
Honest. Well, y'all use that word very, very loosely.
I mistakenly pressed something I wasn't supposed to press, and I could not hear.
You tried to tell me.
Had me. I thought it was her.
I had to pray everything, y'all.
You had to what?
I prayed. I went down there and prayed to my maker.
I'm so sorry.
You think it's so funny?
Because
I'm like, this young is telling me that it's playing my voice back and everything. All right. How was your week?
How we got into a fight in 4th grade.
Why you had to bring it up?
Because
4th grade. Oh, did we get into a fight in 4th grade?
5th grade. No, that was in middle school.
Yeah, because you're a pussy. Anyway, tell these folks about your week because I don't care.
My week was very busy. My week was insanely busy. So was my day. My weekend was busy. I didn't go out.
Good, you shouldn't be. Speaking of going out, these folks put a pool in compound. Like literally, have they ever even done this before? Y'all chose the pandemic to try that?
I don't know what. This is what I think happened. What's those things that you when you cut the grass, you use it to a leaf blower. Mm-hmm. I think that they stuffed like 75,000 bags of cocaine in leaf blowers and just blew it in the air. And everybody was just coked out.
No, that was definitely something. And I also was reading today that somebody who knew they got tested positive for COVID was there and people had got COVID from them.
Everybody that I know or that has been online saying that they had tested positive for COVID recently, they were out.
That is so irresponsible.
Like I just was watching. I'm like, wow. So just fuck it. Fuck everybody else, huh?
That is so irresponsible. I mean, honestly, that is scary. And I know I said this last week, and I'm gonna say it as much as I can. You could be the reason somebody died. You want to be a killer? You about that life. You want a body? Okay. I was just actually, it's a girl who, did you see that news article? I think it was on Fox. That a girl came to Atlanta to celebrate a friend's birthday. She was 24 years old, and now she's in hospice from COVID. Like she's going to die.
Are you serious?
I swear to God, on everything I love.
Yeah, I didn't go out. I definitely visited one of my friends who came here from, who was visiting. I just went to his Airbnb. He cooked, and I just left after that.
I don't even trust Airbnb. They better listen. Flush the house out. Like when I see, honest to God, I know the city took a lot of losses over the weekend. But why was y'all outside?
Baby, these folks, and they still going.
It's so embarrassing. And this, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I woke up this morning to like people buying bottles and stuff in the club last night. Then I woke up to another flyer saying that there's going to be this big block party inside and outside at Museum Bar tonight. I'm just like, first of all, not even that. It just, I don't know. it ain't even worth me getting mad at, because if these people don't take their life serious and their family's life serious, why should I?
Yeah, I know. It's just kind of frustrating because, the issue is, this is my issue. We have already seen the stats that African Americans are disproportionately impacted by COVID the most. And it does not help to see our people outside in the numbers that they are, given our circumstance. It's like almost kind of like they're going to be like, well, of course they get in the most. Look at them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Outside partying. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to have a protest that's completely unrelated, because I feel like people value their freedom and their safety in the aspect of racial injustice, I'm sorry, over, other circumstances. I can understand the protesting, but when it comes down to y'all just outside partying and just spreading it left to right, and then you want to be shocked about the numbers, and you want to blame the president, and although he has a lot of responsibility in this, you're also a grown person, and you know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm judging y'all like I'm judging cokeheads and cigarette smokers.
Period.
That list gonna get longer and longer. It's just so embarrassing, man. It's like we literally, and half these all right. The truth gonna show.
Don't make yourself mad, friend.
You're right. Shut up. You already made me mad by putting me on mute. Anyway, but no, it's just embarrassing.
Dang.
I'm gonna let it go when we back to normal. Man, so I was about to buy a new car this week.
Guess we don't have no new episodes then.
Oh well, guess what? Every episode make a new episode. You know how they on that TK page? I'm gonna make an episode every week. No.
Oh my gosh.
But no, so this week I had some car trouble, man. I had called myself getting in the car to run an errand right quick. My car was like, who? Well, when? So I had my little baby come give me a jump. And so it's funny, to make a long story short, I only needed a battery, but they told me I needed a transmission, and I believed them because my friend who bought her car the same time she bought mine from the same place had a transmission issue last year, and my model, the make, model, and year of my car is the highest for transmission issues for Nissan. So I'm like, my car has finally reached that point, because it's around. Honestly, the average mileage people were having was at like 74,000. I'm at 83,000. So I'm like, I know it's my transmission, but it's actually my battery. And so I was doubtful about the battery because I had just gotten a battery in 2017, and my battery before that had lasted me 6 years. So I'm like, it can't be my battery. But one thing I did learn is that you can buy battery based on age capacity. And so I think that the one that I got from that third party, because I went to like a random battery shop, gave me like the lowest life. But either way, I am still gonna get a new car. But I just was not like really wanting to get a new car during the pandemic. I want to stunt, and I can't stunt in the parking lot. I'm just gonna be honest.
Nah, I feel you.
By the time it's time to go outside again, my truck gonna be looking like my Versa.
I ended up getting a new car. Well, I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm in the process of getting a new car, and I don't really know where I'm gonna stunt it, but.
Well, at least you drive them though, at least for work and stuff.
Yeah, I have to drive for work. So and
I'm trying to go to family functions. They be like, ooh, let's ride out the street. I'm like, come on, kids.
I already feel like my people gonna be doing that to my car anyway, because it's giving it.
Okay.
I can't wait till it comes though. I think about it every day. I wake up every day looking at my phone thinking that I'm gonna get an email or a text or call from the dealership saying my car is here.
They ain't gonna have no gas on it.
Because he was like, it's going to take up to 21 days for us to get here. And I'm like, oh, my God. So I was like, all right. He said, but that doesn't mean it's going to take 21 days. I said up to 21 days. So it could be sooner. Da, da, da. So every day I'll just wake up like. So
is they just going to deliver? Like, I know like Carvana, they'll just deliver on that like pickup truck and just put in your parking lot?
It's either that or a freight train.
So the train comes to your house?
No, I gotta go to the dealership because I still have to test drive it. I still have to do paperwork by hand, but everything else, I was approved for the loan and all that stuff already.
I want mine to have a ribbon on it. How people be getting that? Because CarMax,
they give out ribbons, but they take it right back. They just let you take a picture with it. That's the case.
I mean, I don't know what I would do with the ribbon after the fact, but that is funny to think that they just be.
Every car dealership does that. Like when I
got not mine.
When I got my car that I got now, Toyota put that ribbon on my car, but they just took it back off.
Nissan ain't gave me nothing. I got scammed. That whole transaction was a scam. Let's change the subject.
All right. Man, you're getting mad today. What's up?
Yeah, I'm fed up. But no, I have a question. I was listening to this podcast called For Fact's Sake, and it is by Weezy and Eddie. And basically what they do is they pick a random topic and they like go down a rabbit hole about it, like random facts that you might not have known about it. I mean, they talk about like food, sex, genetics, things of that nature. So anyway, on their most recent episode, they talked about twins, and one of the questions they opened up with was, who is your celebrity lookalike? And I thought this would be funny because I think we both have some celebrity lookalikes. So I just want us to share that.
I don't have one.
Yes, you do.
Jennifer Hudson?
Arrogant Tay.
Oh. And this is no shade. Do you think that Tay is considered a celebrity, or is he like a celebrity hairstylist?
I mean, these days, I think celebrity just means everybody. Both. You know, it's more so like your visibility, because I wouldn't consider him an influencer. I guess he wouldn't even be considered a celebrity, but he is widely known, because technically celebrity you don't have to be like a performer. Let me find a technical definition.
Yeah. I do think social media celebrities are a real thing, so that could be. I don't know if I'd be considering like people who are like famous hairstylists and makeup artists celebrities, you know?
Well, celebrity is defined by a famous person or a state of being well known.
Oh, okay. Well, celebrity, there we go.
Okay then. So you look like Arrogant Tay and you look like Lena Waithe.
Now you made that part up. I look nothing like me in a way. But I definitely get Arrogant Tay like 3 times a week.
It's funny because I never ever noticed that until y'all both had that green hair. Man. So I think that my first celebrity lookalike that I ever heard of was Eve, which is funny because sometimes I see it, sometimes I don't.
I think it was your wig.
It's my oval head. Camille Hubbo got long hair. And then Remy Ma, which I definitely see. I see it all the time. Yeah. But mostly when I wear makeup.
Remy Ma is definitely the one. When I tell you, I posted that picture of you when I did your makeup, and every person in the comments.
Everybody said that. I seen Remy Ma in person, and I thought it was me. I'm like, oh, that's me up there.
Oh, my God.
I swear. Shop talk this week. COVID.
Oh, yeah, you definitely got the shop talk this week because you got some ish to say.
You did what I'm saying. Honestly, I want to talk about this Kanye West movement thing. This is the thing. My stance ain't never changed about the Kardashians, and when they acquired Kanye West, it didn't change then. Kanye, all of them love attention. We all like attention. Everybody like attention, but they have been very, very strategic with getting attention. They'll do any little thing, and it might seem like innocent, and that's what manipulators do. They do something very, I don't know if it's covert or overt, but they do one of the birds to get attention so they can kind of defend it. They do it in a way that they can kind of be like, oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. And they do it all the time. And so Kanye West tweeted out that he was running for president. Now, this is not a shocker. He mentioned this before. He mentioned this, I think, before the 2016 election. But we ain't taking him serious. We're talking about Kanye West, okay? So he put out this like fake heartfelt tweet about how he ran for president in 2020. People started going crazy. People even went as far to say that he was a better candidate than Joe Biden, okay? What do you mean by better is my first question. And while I'm not Joe Biden's biggest fan, I am going to vote for him.
Yeah.
But you cannot tell me that somebody without experience in government at all is better than somebody who's been doing it all their goddamn career. Let's look at Trump. We don't have a celebrity in office, and we see where that got us. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go down the whole...
I never want that again.
Ever in life.
I remember a long time ago when Arnold Schwarzenegger ran
for governor in California.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either. I was confused. Like, I was like, does he even know? I don't mean to like judge people's, you know, if they dumb or not. Like, I don't want to make it seem like they're just slow, but
yeah,
I don't know. I'm just not fully convinced that celebrities are qualified to be in office other than for being a celebrity. Like, what else can you bring to the table?
Absolutely. You know what? You bring a good point, because I totally forgot about Schwarzenegger being a celebrity before a politician. And then one of our presidents was a actor too. Was it Nixon or Reagan? Which one was
Oh, it could have been Ronald Reagan, though, honestly, because...
Now, I don't know if he had... See, now I got to do a little bit more research, because now I don't even know if he had political experience before that. But either way, it ain't how Trump... You know, Trump just literally is mentally incapable. So I keep saying I'm not about to go down this whole rabbit hole, but let's be for real. But
Yeah.
I just think that at the bare minimum, it should be like any job. The highest ranking job in the nation don't even require experience. That's crazy. You get what I'm saying?
President and your ass.
But all you need is money to get the visibility, and you need to have a platform that you can sound passionate about. Whether you're gonna act on those.
Really running for president?
Well, from my understanding,
I don't think that because when I read it, I think that me personally, I know that people just be talking out their ass, and Kanye is definitely number one on the list. He just say stuff, and I don't even think he be believing it. To be honest, that's how bad it is.
He's not mentally stable. That's just really what it is. My issue though with that is if he was serious, because obviously he hasn't even done any documentation to qualify himself. It's too late. And even if he were to run for president, it's just extremely irresponsible, especially considering the climate of the world. Because I'm not sure if you remember, but in the last primary election, you know, when we voted for president, people were writing in entries, because you can do that. You can write in who you want to vote for. People were doing stupid stuff like Donald Duck or Daffy Duck or whoever. You know, they're going to do something stupid like write Kanye's name. I just think it's kind of irresponsible to even put that bug in people's ear, because a lot of people are sheep. They don't take stuff seriously. They don't really give it up.
Yeah,
and
that's
so he
bad part.
He could end up getting votes, even though he's not a qualifying candidate. And that is just going to split the strength that we could have to get Trump out of office. Yeah. Because in reality, nobody is competing against Trump. Let's be for real. He is the Republican candidate. That's just what it's going to be. So for us, like for right now, according to the statistics from the last election, Biden could win. But if we take even a third or even a tenth of the population that has voted for him, we're not going to win. That's just what it is. So I just think it's just so selfish and irresponsible to do something stupid like that. But I've said multiple episodes ago that I felt like Kim Kardashian was doing all this jail reform stuff to be a candidate for the president of the United States, not for her to be the president, but for her husband to be president. So it can kind of be like, well, look what his wife has done for the community. I've never felt like it was genuine. Honest to God, and like I said before, the people that she has helped obviously don't give a darn who do it. They just want to be out of prison. But I just think it's really shady. It's real shady. And then she posted that picture the other day in that blood outfit. I'm like, okay.
She being Bardashian. I don't know what.
I don't like that. It's just, and you know, you ain't even got to be from the hood to even know what the blood and Crip bandana look like. I just think it's all strategic, all of it. And then they probably just be in the house like, you know how have you ever sent somebody a long text message like expressing your feelings or chopping them off, and you just leave your phone and go do something because you don't want to see the response? I feel like they be doing that. They post something controversial and then they go jump in the pool or ride on one of them horses.
I also think that not taking up for her. I promise I'm not.
Yeah.
But I do think that people do stuff now, especially when it comes to stuff like that, like gang memorabilia. They do stuff like that, and even though they know it's affiliated with gang related stuff, they just do it. Like I know so many people that wear bandana print that ain't even probably seen a gang member before. But I don't think it's that deep now, because it used to be a time where you can like not walk out of the house and walk down the street and you got on red and like the color red itself and bandana, and somebody will check you about it. But I think these days it's like, oh,
I ain't going for that. Maybe that's what social media got folks thinking. But out there in the pumpkins, aka Calabasas, because that's what Calabasas mean in Spanish, she can get away with that because who finna come out there and check her? You get what I'm saying? I just think it's really.
They'll pull up the Calabasas. They probably won't pull up her house, but
that's the point I'm making. It's not like she out walking in the hood where somebody finna be like confronting her. She is still Kim Kardashian. I just think that they do a lot of irresponsible things for the sake of attention, and it's just not cool. I don't like it. And if they didn't do so many of those things, maybe I would like them a little bit more. But everything, while I can respect the hustle, it's just not. It's not like being problematic on purpose is not cool. I don't like that.
Yeah, I get it. Anywho, vote for Joe Biden.
That's what I'm saying. Don't vote for Trump. And that's another thing too. This is what I wish we could have in politics. I actually shout out to Hassan Minaj, which is one of my favorite comedians. He has a show on Netflix that's called Patriot Act, which you can also watch on YouTube. But basically, it's a show where he talks about real life issues, but in a comedic way, but also very, very informative. So anyway, he did an episode about like the issue with the way voting works, and basically he was just explaining how he thinks it should be. And I totally agree. So basically what I wish that we could do is if people who are running for president appeal to all audiences, everybody, like not a party. You get what I'm saying? Because I do think it's possible that one day, because even though I consider myself a Democrat, there could be a Republican candidate that I feel like closely aligns with my beliefs. But because I'm a Democrat, I feel like I might be kind of biased to want to vote Democrat. So I just wish that if you're running for president, you campaign to everybody and in majority rules. Hillary campaigned to the whole country. Trump campaigned to the whole country. Instead of going to the states that they're more likely to win in, then everybody can pick who they truly feel is the best candidate for president. And then if you and this could be just pushing the envelope a little bit further. Let's say there are 4 or 5 people running. The top 2 are who you run off against, and then you vote in that way.
I'm not voting for nobody.
Okay.
I'm just playing. Somebody said that yesterday when we were having a conversation about this.
And they better not complain about nothing ever.
I literally said that. We were just talking about, because she was taking the Kanye thing too seriously and was like, "Oh, Kanye's no better than Donald Trump," and and I get it, because he ain't, but I just don't genuinely trust it, because I don't think he knows what he's doing
at all.
And he is just not. First of all, he's not mentally able to even control himself. Control his thoughts, because he said a lot of things, and realistically, I don't personally think that he meant them, but he said it out his mouth, and that's irresponsible. And you just got to take responsibility for what comes out of your mouth. Imagine that as a president.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we're getting now. And I feel like, I agree. And that's what's happening right now. So can we literally handle 4 years worse? Because I don't even, if it came to Trump versus Kanye, I might have to vote for Trump.
No, seriously.
Like, for real. Imagine that. Imagine that.
Imagine being forced to vote for Trump.
You get what I'm saying? And then, now I'll probably be one. No, I ain't gonna say that. That's what folks really talk about.
If that came down to it, I'd probably vote for Trump and then just literally move to Jamaica.
Okay. I'm moving to South Korea with Janae.
I'll be back in 4 years, maybe.
Literally, man. That's what I'm saying. It's like, stop playing. And people are, that's all I got for Shop Talk. What you got?
So, a few days ago, 50 Cent was on Lil Wayne's podcast, and they were having a conversation about women, and the topic came up about, I guess, dating, and, as we can see, both of them have a very specific type. Like, neither one of them have dated Black women in years. And I don't know if it's like a fetish type or what, but I don't understand where this came from, because both of them have kids by Black women.
Wait, 50 Cent girlfriend not Black? Cuban Link?
Cuban Link. Well,
he looked Black to me.
He said that he liked more exotic women because he can't.
She does have an exotic look. It's in her eyes. I mean, she's gorgeous. So I guess that's what with her.
He likes more exotic looking women opposed to angry Black women. That's basically. Yeah. And Lil Wayne chimed in. He didn't agree with him, but he laughed at it as if it was funny. And I just think that was very, 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 very irresponsible. I think in situations like that, people, men in general, Black men, they got to stop doing stuff like that, especially somebody like Lil Wayne. That's not funny, especially when you have a Black daughter.
Right. And I didn't know why Regina was posting those posts. I was like, dang, did he say something about her mom? I really had no idea, honestly. And
no. He didn't say anything about her mom. He just said angry Black women. And so he likes more exotic looking women opposed to angry Black women, like what you mad all the time for and da-da-da-da. My thing is, and this is no disrespect, and I promise you, I don't want to come off as me being racist, but when you date those type of women, they're really ditzy. Like, from what I can see, they're very ditzy, and they don't
and I'm pretty sure they are angry all the time. They be whining and crying. I know these types. They be the same cards.
But it seems as if they just like people that they can run over.
Yeah.
And they like people that they can talk to any kind of way and stuff like that. And obviously, like, Black women ain't taking that. And you should want that. Like, I know a lot of situations where, like, Black women be standing in front of their husband and chumping somebody out for their husband or whatever the case may be. And, like, I know I see a lot of tweets all the time saying that, let me put my wife on the phone so she can get our stuff done for free. Like, by the time she get off that phone, it's gonna be free.
Sounds familiar.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I just don't like the fact that they were being irresponsible by even playing around like that, and I don't know. It's just so irritating. I think that once again, Black women are always just put to the test as far as like having to be the strong one and have to do so much to prove themselves
and being the most hated.
And just be the most hated, and then this Black man just able to do and say what they please and still be looked at as superior. And I really hate the fact that it's some women who allow men to be that way too, like their husbands and their boyfriends. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I feel as if date somebody who you are intertwined with, even if they don't know better. At least try to help them understand why you feel this type of way or why this is wrong or what's the right thing to say. And if they don't agree with that or they're trying to deter you from that, I feel like you should leave them. Don't stay there.
You know what though? Honestly, I agree. But one thing I know is, especially like I've had some friends that were quote unquote exotic looking or very, very, very beautiful. And a lot, honestly, throughout their life, they have learned that they can kind of get what they want out of dudes. So they're not even like, so I guess my point is this, like, you want somebody who matches well with you and can do these type of things, but they don't normally worry about doing that because they're going to get what they want regardless. Yeah. And these type of dudes don't want women as strong as them, number one, because like you said, they can get over on them and they can take care of them. And a lot of those women want a lifestyle where they don't have to put no effort in. And I'm sure a lot of people would like that, but a lot of these women kind of starting as soon as they legal, and sometimes before they legal, they be getting what they want just off of having the looks. And so they kind of go along in life being supported by other men versus like, you know, putting the hustle in. And I'm not saying that applies to all of them, but I've seen that very consistently amongst friends that I have.
But after that was posted all online, of course, Regine saw it. And she posted and said, I'm Black, I'm beautiful, I'm enough, I'm exotic, I'm amazing, and I'm one of a motherfucking kind. Now, where my Black beautiful queens at?
Period. And she snapped.
Yeah. And that was just, and you know, because I'm sure she just felt really offended by that, because it's like, damn.
Her mother's Black.
Yeah.
You was married to her.
And you was married to her.
Yeah.
And it's like, even though you didn't say it, you laughing at it as if it's a joke. Like, that's not
Lil Wayne honestly has been so out of touch for a long time. I mean, even he is.
For how long are you going to use that as an excuse? It's
exactly.
You're an adult, but you're grown. So regardless if you're out of touch or whatever you claim to be, you don't be paying attention to what's going on. I understand that, because the media can just be really, really, really a lot. Like, I get it. I wish that sometimes I can just kind of disband for a little while and just regroup. But I also know that I have a responsibility to you know, research stuff on my own. So I try not to speak on things sometimes that I don't, unless it's an opinion about a situation and I feel this type of way. But I try not to make statements on people and groups of people and types of people and you know, the way people are.
Yeah, and it's one thing to have a preference or have something you're attracted to, but when men talk like that, especially Black men, I always feel like it's stirred from somewhere else.
Oh, for sure. I don't know what happened. Maybe something.
And mind you, these two dudes, I don't know about Wayne, but 50. I mean, I can't even say that because they both had some clout on the street. But I just feel like a lot of these celebrities and stuff, they probably wouldn't even be pulling these kind of women in a regular life, period. Because a lot of them lame.
That's a Black king right there.
Anyway, shut up. Okay. That's it.
Maybe. Yeah, that's it. That's all I had to say on that. Support Black women.
Point blank, period. Speaking of supporting Black, I got a Black business of the week.
Okay, come on.
If you follow me on Instagram, then you already know that I have been advocating heavily for a coffee brand called Blk Bold. It's spelled BLK &BOLD. And you can follow them on Instagram at BLKAND Bold. And basically, it's a Black-owned company. They have specialty coffee. So, and by specialty, I mean like their blends are kind of like infused with certain flavors. So my particular favorite one is the light roast, which is caramel, honey, creamy body. And let me tell you something, the best coffee I ever had in my life. I'm not lying. I used to drink Starbucks every single day. I'm not lying. I have a Keurig.
Were you buying actual Starbucks coffee beans, or you were going to Starbucks?
I would waste my money inside the Starbucks. Now, I will say this. The whole time I had a Keurig, I would just get K-Cups because they kind of already have it sorted out. But I never bought coffee beans before because it just seems so much more convenient to just get a K-Cup. But this brand, Blk Bold, they don't have K-Cups. They just have ground coffee beans. And one thing I learned, is something I learned, a little adult tip. You buy the coffee beans, especially if you go to like Whole Foods or like any kind of grocery store for the most part, you can get your beans grounded at the store. Now, I'm going to tell you a little secret. I did buy the coffee beans from Target, and I sure went to Whole Foods and got my beans grounded. But this brand actually sells their coffee beans at Target and Whole Foods. So anyway, the coffee is really, really good, y'all. I'm not just saying that because it's Black owned. And even if I was just saying that, you still need to check it out. But it's really good. It also have loose leaf tea. And you can also sign up for a subscription service so you can get discounted on I think the product and the shipping, but you can basically never run out of coffee. And it's really good. I've been drinking it so far I'm on cup number 8, and this is a 12-ounce bag. I think it was like $12.99, but it's really freaking good. I'll put the information on my on the episode description.
I might have to check them out. I'm not a coffee drinker. I only used to drink coffee when I worked at Mac because of those long ass shifts.
Yeah.
Especially during like the holiday season. And I would just get and sometimes I wouldn't even drink coffee. I would literally just get like 4 pumps of espresso with ice. Because espresso from
crack.
Yeah, I needed it. I used to, because espresso from Starbucks is really hot. So I was like, put some ice in it, 4 pumps, give me a little flavor of whatever you got, and then I'll just take that. But I don't want to say I need to get into coffee, but I stopped drinking Red Bulls. I'm on year number 3 now, or maybe longer than that. But I stopped drinking Red Bulls a while ago. So I've been trying to find ways to just get energy. I don't want to overdo it on caffeine, but I would rather caffeine over a Red Bull any day.
Yeah, absolutely. And coffee is natural, and it's actually very, very low in calories. Like a whole cup of coffee is like black
coffee,
like
but I can't do black coffee.
Me either. Not it'd be black, but it'd be a little gold. But you know what's so funny?
We used to call our coffee by like foundation names at Mac. So if we was going to get coffee, we'd be like, "Girl, I need my coffee to be like an NC50, 45 around that range." Your coffee.
Find out what mine is.
Yours is definitely like an NC30.
Is that the color I use on my skin?
Absolutely
not. Concealer color.
No. Your coffee is about Rihanna skin complexion.
Okay, you trying to be funny. But anyway.
What you got for us today for the topic, man? Because I can't with you.
So, okay, last week we kind of touched on the August Alsina Jada Pinkett Smith situation fiasco movement.
Okay.
And one of the things that a lot of people were saying, myself included, is that, Will and Jada can obviously do what they want in their relationship, but we don't like a tattletale. Like, why are you running your mouth? You know what I'm saying? Like, where does this come from? Are you hurt? Do you feel like you owe them some kind of punishment? What is it? And I guess my question for you is, how do you feel about people telling other people that y'all have been together? Whether it was not in a relationship, whether it was just sexual, like, how do you feel about that?
I don't mind it if we were in a relationship. I don't want you to be very, like, I don't like when people get too detailed. Like, I don't want you to get into, this is what my finances were giving. This is where he has a birthmark. This is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's in too deep. But I don't mind it if it's just like surface level shit. Like, okay, me and Draco used to date. We were in a relationship for this long. He likes to eat spaghetti on Wednesday.
What if y'all didn't really talk like that? Now, I know that's not the case for Will and for Jada and August, but like, what if y'all just, like, people like, I used to talk to him, and it'd be like, you got my number.
I've learned to use that word very loosely.
Yeah.
Only because when I say I used to talk to somebody, it doesn't necessarily mean that we talked for a long time. It could we just had a conversation, but I don't mean anything behind it. Like, I don't personally be like, I used to talk, I used to fuck with them tough. But I realized that people take that word very, very seriously, especially like if it wasn't that deep. And I've seen people really get mad about that. So I definitely don't use it loosely anymore. I would just say, I met that person. I know that person.
Oh, hi. I know.
I know her. I know him. You know what I'm saying? I'll just keep it as that.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want no confusion. Because listen, me and you both. Well, I ain't gonna say me. Well, yeah, you have somebody lie on you, but I definitely have somebody lie on me about having sex with me, and it was like very detailed, and it kind of put a damper on my relationship at that time. And he didn't even believe me, and it wasn't even true. Like, he did not believe me at all. And the boy lied and said that we did some stuff, and and to this
I
day,
remember you telling me about that. Yeah, somebody definitely lied on me and said that we had sex, and it was really weird because this person is not straight.
Yeah, they definitely told me too,
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I said they definitely told me too.
So someone else who they had told asked me about it, and I was so confused. I'm like, "You're not serious, are you? Like, you think you know what I'm saying?" And he was like, "I mean, I ain't know like if you was in thought like I'm more offended. I guess people obviously don't know my personal life to that point, but it just was kind of shocking given that me and this person was friends. It's just really weird. Honestly, it hurt my feelings a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, because I never, I consider myself pretty honest and transparent about things for the most part. And for somebody who I was already having issues with for one thing, went around telling people that, and I'm like,
to be fair, they're on crack.
Yeah, it don't even matter because I don't deserve that. I don't deserve no mess like that now.
I feel you, girl, but
yeah, it's just really weird. It bothered me because I think this person that told me they said it, this was like years after they said it, and I'm like, he what?
Yeah.
Anyway,
so what do you? So now coming back into it, to the August and Jada situation, it was brought to everybody's attention after all that shit blew up. He said that he talked to them beforehand and let them know that this is what he was going to talk about in the interview.
He did say that, but this is what I think August Alsina said. He called them, and just so y'all know, y'all can't control me no more. What Angela Yee at? And then that's how it went.
You think that's how it went?
I don't feel like it was a, hey, just so y'all know, I'm going to open up about this. I think if something happened, something emotional happened, and he was just like, okay, I ain't hold y'all secret no more, and went out and told. That's what I think happened.
Well, honey, I guess we'll find out soon. Jada said she bringing herself to the red table, and I'm ready.
You think she should have August with her, or should it just be her and her family?
I think it should just be her and Erykah Badu.
Erykah Badu gonna be there?
No, I'm just saying she need to be.
Okay, that's random. Yeah, I feel like if August there, it's gonna go way left. It's not gonna be controlled. It is just gonna be.
I'm for real. I think she should have somebody like Erykah Badu for real. And the only reason why I say that is because I genuinely like her as a person. And I think it's just because when people commit to certain lifestyles and they commit to certain religions and they commit to certain practices, I feel like they never fully commit to it, or it takes a minute. They still are very judgmental. They still are like, especially if you practice certain things that speak on love everybody, respect everybody's opinions and their lives and blah blah blah. I feel like Erykah Badu is one, and I don't know her personally, but from social media or just her online presence alone, I can just see that she's one person that is just not judgmental at all. Like whenever somebody's going through, she's very open-minded, and whenever somebody is going through something, something is going on, she's always the person to come in with the positive words opposed to attacking them like other people do. And people hate her for that. I think it started, well, one of the reasons I remember when XXXTentacion had died, and she was speaking about that, and she was just saying how like she spoke with him a few times, and he was on the road to just kind of forgiving himself and just trying to become a better person and live his truth and own up to what he's done and what he hasn't done or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She was just kind of helping him on that path, and I think that was good, because the thing about it, when these people do these type of things, or when you feel as if they have done something that is just very horrible and you can't fuck with them no more, What do you expect them to do after that? Do you want them to continue doing it, or do you want them to be a changed person?
You want them to change as a person.
Yeah, I feel like everybody does, but I think that even in situations like what Chris Brown and Rihanna, people still bring that up.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, you know what? I actually ask this question a lot, especially with cancel culture, because when is somebody redeemed for learning their lesson? I think about this, and this might not be related, but like think of like the prison system. Like people go to prison, they do their time, they're now free. But for the rest of their life, they're being punished for that crime still. Like they can't get a job, can't vote, can't do a lot of things. And it's like, well, what was the point of me going to prison? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I learned my lesson. I realized I shouldn't be doing that, but you're right. So, and it's like with cancel culture, when people get canceled for stuff they did 8-9 years ago or however long ago, we didn't see their healing from that point or their learning moment. And are they supposed to be like, hey guys, I know it's 2020 right now. I just want to let you guys know that I've grown since this tweet that I had in 2009. I want this is how I feel about this now. Like, what exactly are you supposed to do with that? Like, how do you move forward? I think that some things I can understand being unforgivable, but a lot of this stuff don't even be deep enough to like drag people for the rest of their life.
It's crazy. It make you want to just have your publicist run your Twitter account, but then even
listen, I miss them days. Remember, celebrities did not tweet on their own account. I remember the day Rihanna got her own Twitter account.
Yeah,
but that's the world we live in now because everything has been documented. But I totally agree. I do think there are some instances where we should, but this is the problem with social media, and I don't want to get too off topic, but people also cancel people for reactions. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bunch of people just saying a bunch of stuff, fake holding people accountable when they really just want retweets and likes. So it's like, do they really feel that way? Probably not. They're just the blind leading the blind.
Yeah. It's weird. I don't know. I always like in my head, realistically, I would love for us to be like, just mainstream. Like I would want us for everybody to listen to our podcast and us to get like a TV show or whatever the case may be.
What is it gonna take? Because I'm tired of waiting.
It takes time. We still new in the game. We still a year in the game. People been doing this for years. Okay, look at Issa Rae.
True. That's my inspiration for real.
So I'm not, I don't want to rush it. I definitely want it to be genuine, and I don't want it to be rushed because I feel like when it's rushed, then your time is just in and out.
Yeah, and you don't really appreciate the growth either. A lot of times people get stuff. When people have they do GoFundMe's for their business, they get all this money up front. Those businesses normally don't even last, so they didn't really go through the process. Just a random fact.
But I always think about like, because I'm a person where I just say what I feel. Like even if it's not 100% right, that's just how I feel about certain things. Mm-hmm. And I should be able to freely speak on that. Like I should be able to express myself the way I want to feel. But what if we get major and get up there and then people pulling up stuff from years ago that I probably honestly...
I think about that. I delete tweets daily.
And I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that at one point. If it's something that's like harming people, or I'm talking about rape or molestation and all this other stuff, I get it. But me just stating my opinion on a certain situation or a certain topic should not cause for me, even down to politics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that I had to really kind of just train my brain to really respect other people's when it comes to religion and when it comes to politics. Now, politics can be tricky as of today, just because in my head, if you support Trump, you're racist. Like you support racism, you support
you can't use the he's a businessman excuse at this point.
You can,
because I know people who still using that excuse.
Okay, but what about the other stuff?
Exactly. Well, I don't want to hear that. And I've had this conversation with somebody before, and I'm just like, all right, this got to be our last conversation. But you're right. I also feel like people should believe how they want to believe, and that's another. We ain't even talking about August Alsina no more. But this is my issue with.
We can go back after this.
Okay. When people cancel Chick-fil-A because of homophobia, I really do genuinely wonder what they expect from a company that's so strong on Christian values. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is a company that has been, they don't even open on Sunday so you can go to church. So do we expect them to not, because obviously the Bible does talk about accepting everyone, but I'm low key not even shocked that they're homophobic.
No, it's not, because that's how those those religions were raised. Like anything below, and it could be above too, but Chick-fil-A was started in the South, below the Mason-Dixon line. Mm-hmm. So for one, pretty much everybody that lives in the South either is a Christian or Pentecostal or whatever case may be. Like majority of those people practice some of the same religions and practices or whatever, so they have similar beliefs. So of course they're gonna think that homosexuality is wrong, blah blah, this and that, and I don't know.
Yeah, I just
don't understand like what people expected from them. I think that it's just a little shocker that it's a shock. Like I think in their head they know that it's just
they want them to change. They want them to be more.
When they were vocal about it, and now you don't expect people to be that vocal about it, especially when you have a company where people are giving you money.
Yeah, I agree. Now, I do agree. I do think that when you're a company that large, you have responsibility, but they also have the ability to not care that people don't want to support them because they, it's just complicated. I don't agree with, I'm not homophobic. And actually I just started attending this church recently, and they made a LGBTQ ally post today, and people were going in on them in the comments, talking about they're not practicing the word of God, Christianity. They were going back and forth about the scriptures, and I was like, Jesus Christ, literally. Y'all tripping. Listen. But people can interpret the Bible however they want, but when a company is as strongly Christian as a company like Chick-fil-A, I just move on to the next. Okay, well, I'm not shocked that y'all feel this way, so I'm gonna just carry on about my business.
Yeah. Okay. Let me say this one last thing, and then we're gonna go back to the subject.
It's the open discussion podcast. We have the ability to move around as we please.
Go around us.
I knew you was gonna say that. I
knew. I keep seeing this post floating around, or post with S. I've been seeing a lot of these posts floating around about the support from homosexuals, transsexuals, just pretty much the whole LGBTQIA, whatever, all the acronyms. Mm-hmm. They keep trying to post these flyers and posters about adding pedosexuality on there.
Oh God!
And I do want people to realize that this is not the doing of the LGBT community. These are people who are homophobic and they do not like anything about the LGBT community, and they're trying to pin that on us because homosexuality is associated with pedophilia, and they know that that's going to get people riled up and it's going to start some fucking shit. So just do your research, look it up. It's there. It's everywhere. I did a little research on it.
And stuff like that take off on the internet. People start reposting it, and then it starts
without even looking it up. People will just look at it.
Same thing with Black Lives Matter. People
for sure.
They see stuff, and now they want to consider it a terrorist group or a hate group. It's like you don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I've been seeing that a lot lately. I've been seeing a lot of Black people reposting it saying how sick it was. It is very disgusting. It's sick, but honestly, it's not the community doing that. Nobody will. I don't know any sane person that will legit say that that's a fucking sexuality.
Yeah,
pedosexual.
A sicko probably made it.
So it's like, I don't get it. Y'all president probably made it with his motherfucking sick ass.
No,
let's start there.
Weirdo. And what y'all think y'all gonna get if Kanye got it now?
Well, he ain't no pedophile. That's
I don't know what he is.
He don't cheat on his wife.
We don't know that either.
You're right. I don't know nothing. Let me shut up.
Okay, so back to the August Alsina thing. Okay, have you ever denied talking to somebody before? Like you was just like so embarrassed. You just like, because after August Alsina said all this, and even though Jada claims that she's gonna go on the Red Table Talk, they both of their exposed people are denying that it happened, that they gave him the blessings. They don't know what he talking about. They ain't been it.
Now watch when she get on this red table, she gonna be like, "All right, I was lying," but
we're gonna be like, "What?"
Willow gonna say, But hasn't been. I have definitely denied people that I have talked to. I definitely have denied people that I had sex with before. It was one of those things where like, I
don't mean to laugh. It's just funny. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was one of those situations where I've done stuff with somebody and it was just supposed to be like a little on the low type thing, like this is what we got going on. This is what we gonna do. And that's just gonna be it. And that's just that on that. It was one of those just that on that situations. And then when we saw each other in public, it was just supposed to be a what's up, keep going.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out that way. So when I'm walking in when I see them, they're coming up to me, they're trying to hug me and
just doing
have conversations, trying to buy drinks. And it wasn't that I was necessarily embarrassed by it. I just didn't want, like, I like when it's situations like that, I go into situations thinking that it's gonna be no strings attached. Now, as of now, like within the last couple of years of me getting older and just kind of realize some stuff about myself, I don't really do hookups at all. Like,
I don't think I've ever done a hookup before.
I'm not really with the hookup culture thing, but I definitely, when I was younger, I definitely did that. So it's like, when you're doing that, you expect no strings attached. That's just what it is. And if we agree to that, and I make sure it's crystal clear, just because I don't want nothing to be nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be confusing. So I'm like, I'm always confusing, and I always get looked at as the asshole, or like you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
it's like, did I miss the memo?
Yeah, like I thought we agreed, you know, from the jump that this was not gonna be something that we talked about publicly, or we, you know, when we see each other, it doesn't have to be a stranger. It can give, hey, how you doing? I'm good, bye.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought that's just what it gave, but it just became very, very confusing. That actually happened to me twice. The second time, the boy was like mad at me because I wouldn't accept his offer to go on a date. And he was like, you just never want to go on a date with me? I was like, I thought this not, hey, no, that's not what we
like, did you not forget I left the money on the nightstand?
I didn't pay. Oh, hey, now I ain't pay for shit. But yeah, like I was like, come on now, like you ain't.
That's frustrating.
It makes it very, very, very awkward for me.
Yeah, I have never denied nobody. Now it's some relationships I can pretend never happened. I wish I could pretend never happened. But my worst situation was the one that lasted the longest. So like,
oh my gosh.
I never denied it. I don't know if anybody's ever denied talking to me, but you know what? All the dudes I've ever talked to have been so opposite of each other. I don't even think that people would, if I told people, they'd be like, really?
Yeah.
This is what would bother me. Like, obviously, I'm really private about like my love life or whatever the case is. And so is Will and Jada. You know, everything that we think we know about them was really speculation. Like, it's never been confirmed by them.
It ain't far off, trust me. I don't know nothing. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know nothing, but
I just can't imagine if one of my private situations end up getting exposed and I was kicking stuff like it was one way. And I don't mean like kicking it like I'm single, but like I don't think that I act like I'm single. I definitely don't. I don't even give off no kind of vibe. I don't give off nothing. I just look like somebody who is alive. But I would be kind of annoyed if people just started like sharing business. You know, I don't know. I just feel like August Alsina is just such a specific case because he just got so much going on. He's been through so much. It's just kind of like, yeah.
I don't know. I think that it's just because August Alsina, the type of person that he is, he's very like, I don't even want to use the word catty, but he's very
emotional.
He definitely lashes out to people when they try him, and he's very aggressive sometimes. And he's
been through a lot.
He has, but Will and Jada both aren't those type of people. It's like when you look at them, you see tranquility, you see open-mindedness, you see like they just
Erykah Badu.
You see,
or at least we think we see that because we don't.
Yeah, and I feel like we see like calmness and open-mindedness and honesty. I feel like you would expect them to be a certain way. So I think that off rip, you just people just gonna automatically point the finger at August like, oh, you doing too much.
Yeah. You're right. Because
realistically, the conversation could have been 100% different. Like he could have talked to her and Will, and
yeah. And I hope they don't make it worse for him. I hope they do tell the truth for real.
Yeah, I do too. Because I would hate for that to just like
backfire.
Really backfire. Yeah, that's kind of ignorant. But I don't know. They need to get together. I do feel like I didn't watch the interview, and I really want to, just because I want to know how the conversation even came up. Because, like, why would you even just offer that information?
So, so it was basically, so with his album, he released a documentary. In his documentary, he talks about like a lot of personal stuff. And so Angela Yee was just breaking down the different parts of the documentary. And I think that, like he wrote a song about Jada and he released a visual for it. And so she was just asking him about that because I think it's on his album. And
okay, I remember that.
But what's funny is Angela Yee really didn't do a lot of talking in this interview. He volunteered a lot of information.
Yeah. He probably was like, I'm airing this bitch out.
She was like, what time is it? You know what? When I went to Jada house, it was a cold Halloween evening.
Period. I gotta go watch her. I'm watching as soon as we get off of here.
Yeah, watch it. It's like an hour long though, but yeah, I think it's worth looking at. Have you ever got caught talking to somebody you ain't had no business talking to? Like, I feel like this is one of those situations where it's like, what's good?
When Beyonce said, I was here, I lived, I loved, she was talking about me.
Okay. What
where do I even start, honey? More recently, I did have a person that we had an issue because, come to find out, he had a situation with one of my friends a while back. And at this point, when I found out, we had already been talking for maybe like 5 months. I had met this boy parents, grandparents, family. Like, it was just like we was in too deep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I understand. I don't know if you understand our situations. Is when I say I mean the gay community, but most of the time when men or even women, I feel like in the gay community, people move pretty quickly. Like,
yeah, I've heard that a lot, especially the lesbian community.
Yeah, in the lesbian community though, they do move quickly, but they be together for years, baby. Let me tell you something. Every day I be like, damn, I should have just been lesbian. They be together for a long time. Their girlfriends be loving fuck out their ass, but like 4 or 5 months in the gay community is a really long time because stuff just don't be lasting over 2 weeks. Stuff just never lasts over 2 weeks. I honestly think it has something to do with Atlanta because Atlanta is a very busy city, especially for us. It's so much to do. I visited so many cities when I was on tour. They don't have gay clubs. We have plenty. We are very, we're supported by a lot of, surprisingly, in Atlanta. Atlanta is in the South, but we have a very big gay community here because of our resources here. And just, we have our own gay bars. We have like our own area where we have our own clubs and bars. And it's so much to do every day. Like,
especially during the pandemic.
Hold on now, because the pool in compound was straight people. So let's not. Anywho.
What about Sunday?
What you mean Sunday?
Ain't that gay night?
At 11:45? Because it definitely was anywho.
I hit a button.
I'm just saying, don't come for me if you ain't trying to get sent for.
Okay, so let's sis.
But nah, anywho, back to what I was saying though. We were dating, and then all that happened, and then boom, dropped the bomb. So we had to cut it. And then that lasted all of 4 days, and we ended up going back to each other, and we had to like kind of creep. Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Big creep it, because it was like, dang, we was really vibing with each other. We loved it, so it was like, dang, do we really have to end it?
I mean, I feel like, it's kind of like that April and Fizz thing. If they was legit, like, it's kind of.
Oh, no, it wasn't. Listen.
No, I'm saying like that situation was kind of like, girl, what you doing with him? But if they really had found love within each other, it's like, well, what can you do about it? It just is what it is.
Mm.
I don't think I ever found out that the dude I was talking to had a girlfriend. So I ain't had no business talking to him, but I ain't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Then one of my exes is trash. They always try to come back to me, and come to find out they still in a relationship.
I hate that. I've actually had that happen before.
My thing is like, what? Leave me alone.
Exactly. And it's like, dang, you just posted. I actually was talking to a guy and didn't even know he had a girlfriend until one day he posted telling her happy 2-year anniversary.
Oh.
I was like,
how did that go? How did you approach him about it?
Well, I'm gonna tell you off air. Back on air. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, that was awkward. But around that, when that happened, before I found out the information I just told you, I definitely stopped talking. I stopped reaching out. And I never confronted him about it. It was a point in college when I would meet dudes and realize they was trash. I just would stop talking to them. It wouldn't even worth addressing. You know what's up. You know what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm that person when it comes to friends and relationships, but now, I think I was watching something, Ayanla reading something. And she made a good point. It was just saying like you need to address your situations like that, instead of abandoning it, because that is abuse.
Yeah, I do that.
I think that she used that word too deep. Like,
no, I mean low key it is because it messes with your mental. I'm that way. I ain't gonna talk about it.
I understand. I'm like, I don't want to be that person anymore. So I'm like, let me chill and let me really, if I have an issue or if something is bothering me or I need to leave somebody alone or cut them off, I need to be vocal about it instead of me just cutting their ass off with no words, because that's abuse.
Yeah, I hear you, but sometimes I just feel like sometimes when you confront certain issues, it just end up being a way bigger issue than it should have been had you just left it alone. But you also don't know that because there's situations that it's been times where I didn't express myself because I tried to assume what the other person was going to do, and it ended up not even being that. Oh well, I still do it anyway. I'm interested to see what's going to happen on this. Did she say what the date was going to be for the Red Table Talk?
Nah, I think she getting her lives together. I'm just playing.
She better not lie. Let me tell you something. They are so different. Didn't Will get with her while she was still in love with Tupac, or am I tripping?
Something like that. And then I don't know. I've heard so many stories
that
about
man. August said he could die today, and he's glad that he had love like that. A married woman, Jesus, what's she doing?
Listen, I've heard so many stories about Will and Jada, about about them being swingers, and about them inviting so many people into their bedrooms, and just from experience of being around certain celebrities and having that luxury to do that and just see what type of lifestyles they live, and about a lot of rumors that I hear about people, and and just to see that shit is really true.
Oh yeah,
I believe everything that I ever heard about everybody.
Yeah, me too. I remember one time I was listening to this podcast and I can't remember who was talking. Somebody slipped up and they was talking about these sex parties that Jamie Foxx be having, and I'm like, I ain't even
listen. You would be sick. It's like people get money and they get rich and they start coming up with ways to just be weird.
Well, I don't even think that. I think that you get exposed as your lifestyle grows. You get exposed to more stuff, and the old stuff don't even entertain you. So you're like,
I get that. Let me take away that weird. I don't want to kink shame, but it's certain stuff that I just hear about, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
I didn't even know that existed.
Man, listen.
Summer parties.
Yeah. Oh, child.
My bad.
It made me just not want to go to LA no more. Sometimes I hear some stuff. I'm like, girl, what is going on?
Man, think about it. A lot of the high profile people in this country or this world are involved in like sex trafficking and just crazy stuff. And
y'all president.
You get what I'm saying? It's like sick and disgusting, but it's also like mental. It's like y'all are sick and y'all got that much money that you just want to have control in every aspect, including people's ability to choose. No thanks.
Who child, the ghetto? We live in the ghetto, aka America, America. Stay true. That's all I gotta say about it.
Yeah, stay true, and then just be cautious about who you kicking it with. I'm just really, if she was messing with August Alsina, I can only imagine who else she messed with because he couldn't.
And Will, I mean, because even with Will's situation, Tisha Campbell said that Dwayne Martin was introducing the girl. Yeah. There's too much tease out here in these streets. Oh, pour my cup. I want to know. Because I be wanting, and I don't be wanting to embarrass them, but I be wanting people to I be wanting to hear that side of the story because I be wanting people to stop using celebrities as goals for their relationship.
Right. They are literally just like us, sometimes worse. It's like they are regular people. They literally put their pants on one leg at a time. I think. Unless they're mermaid.
I put both of my legs in there.
Okay, cool.
But since I got me some shapewear.
Okay. You done?
Hell no, I ain't done.
Anyway, all right, y'all. It's another episode of OD Podcast.
I'm the baddest bitch out, aka Draco, and that is Isis Silverslide, aka Alicia.